World War II wasn't just fought on battlefields, it was fought in the freezing cold of the Eastern Front, the damp trenches of Europe, and the bitter nights of the Pacific Islands. Soldiers didn't just battle enemies, they battled hypothermia, frostbite, and exposure. Amid these extreme conditions, one of the most overlooked yet critical pieces of survival equipment was the humble field heater. Small, portable, and ingeniously designed, these heaters could save lives in situations where warmth meant survival. Today, we're diving into this forgotten World War II invention, how it worked, why it was so effective, and how enthusiasts and collectors can still find examples today. During World War II, armies faced environments where conventional heating wasn't an option. Soldiers in foxholes, bunkers and temporary shelters often had to improvise warmth with limited fuel. The field heater was a compact solution designed to provide immediate heat without drawing attention or consuming excessive resources. Its ability to deliver warmth quickly in confined spaces made it an essential survival tool. Soldiers depended on these heaters not only for comfort but to maintain operational effectiveness. Prolonged exposure to cold reduced alertness, slowed reactions, and made troops vulnerable to illness, so a small heat source could be the difference between life and death. Modern enthusiasts can appreciate this lesson in practicality. In backyard survival practice, understanding how compact heating devices work helps replicate conditions where warmth is critical. Even small stoves, portable heaters, or improvised fire setups teach energy efficiency, resource management, and safe heat distribution, all lessons derived from the wartime experience. Unlike large stoves or wood-burning fires, World War II field heaters were designed with portability in mind. Many were fueled by solid fuel tablets, kerosene, or small amounts of wood and metal scraps. Their design allowed soldiers to move them from one location to another, even under fire, without sacrificing effectiveness. They were made to heat small shelters, tents, or dugouts, while minimizing smoke output, which could expose soldiers to enemy observation. This principle is directly applicable today. When preparing for survival or bushcraft exercises, portable, efficient heat sources are invaluable. Practicing with small wood or fuel-based stoves teaches temperature control, ventilation, and fuel efficiency. By studying the mechanics of World War II field heaters, you can learn how to maximize heat with minimal materials, a skill as relevant today as it was 80 years ago. One of the most remarkable aspects of these heaters was their ability to deliver significant heat with limited fuel. Soldiers had to conserve fuel for extended missions, so the heaters were designed to burn efficiently. This often involved reflective metal panels to direct warmth, small combustion chambers to retain heat, and insulated enclosures to prevent energy loss. For modern survivalists, this teaches an important lesson. Heat is a resource to manage. Practicing with efficient fuel sources, experimenting with reflective surfaces, or building insulated shelters in a backyard setting can dramatically improve heat retention and safety. Understanding the relationship between fuel, heat output, and shelter design is a direct inheritance of World War II ingenuity. Beyond just providing warmth, soldiers often relied on field heaters to boil water, cook their rations, or even dry out their clothes. In those harsh conditions, these dual-use capabilities really boosted both survival and morale. Honestly, a hot meal or a dry uniform could make all the difference, lifting spirits in the cold and reminding us that psychological resilience is, just as important as physical survival. In modern practice, this definitely reinforces the value of multipurpose tools. A small portable stove, a simple tin can heater, or any improvised heat source can serve as both a cooking device and a way to keep warm. Experimenting with these kinds of setups in a controlled backyard environment teaches you how to adapt your equipment for multiple functions, just like soldiers did back during the war. Despite how simple they might seem, field heaters actually required pretty careful handling. Improper ventilation could lead to dangerous carbon monoxide buildup, and if they overheated, shelters or equipment could get damaged. Soldiers were trained to always place heaters on stable surfaces, maintain proper airflow, and keep an eye on fuel levels. Maintenance, like cleaning out soot and making sure everything was assembled correctly, was crucial for reliable operation. For enthusiasts practicing these techniques today, safety really is paramount. Always use heaters or stoves in well-ventilated areas, never leave fuel-burning devices unattended, and of course keep flammable materials at a safe distance. These lessons really highlight the ongoing relevance of military training. Survival depends on respecting both your tools and your environment. World War II field heaters have actually become pretty sought-after collectibles for museums, historical reenactors, and enthusiasts. A lot of examples are preserved in military surplus stores, online auctions, or even antique shops. Studying these heaters gives us valuable insight into historical design, material science, and fieldcraft. Even if you don't happen to own one, replicating their principles with modern materials lets you learn the same survival lessons, but in a safe, controlled setting. By analyzing these heaters, you gain a real understanding of how minimalistic design, resource efficiency, and practical engineering can save lives. Lessons that go way beyond their original context and are still totally relevant for survivalists, bushcraft practitioners, and history enthusiasts today. World War II field heaters weren't exactly glamorous, but honestly, they were life-saving. Their compact design, fuel efficiency, and dual-purpose functionality provided warmth, sustenance, and hope in some of the harshest conditions imaginable. Studying these devices really teaches us lessons in ingenuity, resource management, and practical survival that are still relevant today. So, if you found this exploration of World War II field heaters fascinating, make sure to subscribe to Backyard Wisdom for more historical survival lessons, practical bushcraft skills, and, deep dives into forgotten ingenuity. Share this with your fellow enthusiasts and survivalists, because the past continues to teach us how to endure and even thrive in extreme conditions.